Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Why Upgrade Sitefinity Version by Version, where we will look at the progress that the Sitefinity platform has undergone since around 4.x, 5.x, all the way up through our newest release of 9.1. My name is Barrett Coakley. I am Senior Manager Product Marketing here at Progress, and I am the Product Marketing Manager for Progress Sitefinity, and I will be the sole speaker today. Just before we jump in, just a little house cleaning. We will be sending out the link to this webinar, so a recording, so you can listen to it again, or you can share it with colleagues who possibly were not able to make it. Feel free to ask questions during the webinar and we will see if we can get to them. I'm not sure if this will go the full hour or not, but if we can answer the questions, we will. If we can't get to them today, we will try and follow up with you later on. So with that, let's get into today's webinar. The first thing before we get into looking at all of the feature and function upgrades that have gone on through the years, sometimes people even ask, why do I need to upgrade? Why, the software version that I'm on works fine for me. It's it's got the features I need because the features I use. I don't think that I need anything else. But that's actually is kind of the wrong way to think of it. As you'll see as we go through this webinar. You'll see a ton of improvements. So you'll be able to see it, even though you might think that you are getting the most from the system, there are probably things there that you're not aware of and that you could use in your daily lives. But really one of the primary reasons is to take advantage of all the new features and functionality, including improvements to the performance, scalability, and reliability of the product. These are improvements that can be hard to quantify, but really represent a true advantage to always being on the latest version of Sitefinity. In addition to those, there are continual updates, improvements to the overall security of the product, another key reason to upgrade. Also, utilizing older versions of Sitefinity also does not provide your employees with the latest and greatest features and can lead to reduced productivity as they have to develop workarounds to get things done, or they might not even be able to do the things they need in order to improve the customer experience. And that leads to another reason to upgrade. Improve the customer experience as you can deliver more personalized experiences, take advantage of the DEC for analytics, and do things more easily, especially if you are a marketer. On some of the older systems, it's quite possible that marketing wasn't able to do things and still had to go back to IT or developers to get things done. But as the product has improved, we've really concentrated on making improvements to the system to make it easier to use for those business users that may not have a sophisticated technical background. So basically, digital marketers can go in and make changes and things like that, and you'll see how we do that. So those are really just a few of the reasons to upgrade. There are many more, but those really are some of the key ones. So before I jump into going through all of this, I want to just kind of explain how I'm going to go about doing this. So basically what I'm going to do is, as you can see, this is upgrading from 8.x. So basically what's new in 9.x. And it's broken out in two ways. And the two ways are by marketing, meaning there are improvements that are really focused on the digital marketer and the marketer to use the system. And then there were improvements that are focused more on the IT or developer or technical folks that they can use. So with that, and you'll also notice that it's color coordinated as we go through, with the green being marketing and as you see as we go forward, blue being for IT as well. So basically, as I go through, I'm going to look at the improvements in a couple of different ways. First is, obviously the capability. What are some of the new things that have gone into 9, 8, 7, etc. Describe it briefly in terms of what that means, so that everybody understands what exactly the functionality is. And then if there are any licensing explanations that also need, meaning you need to be on a certain license or have a certain license in order to get that functionality. I will point that out as well. So with that, let's dive into all of the great new features that we have been introducing since 4x, 5x. So the first one is really looking at 360-degree customer view improvements. You'll see that a lot through 8 and 9, but really in 9 we've done a lot of around the Sitefinity Digital Experience Cloud, which I think most of you are probably familiar with, but this is our analytics platform that's hosted in the cloud that allows you to do customer journey analytics and customer journey analysis to improve that overall experience for your customers and prospects. So what this does is it provides extended contact profiles that allow you to visualize the interactions, the touch points, conversions across all the channels, so omni-channel. It adds support for contact data import from CSV file to give marketers a single view of the customer. So it's really allowing you to get a 360-degree view of what is going on with people on your website. And from a licensing consideration, this is available in the Sitefinity DEC basic plan, so it comes with the basic plan, which is also included with the online marketing and enterprise editions of Sitefinity CMS. Next, we introduced new touchpoints discovery. This really is helping you leverage machine learning to automatically discover touchpoints that attribute to conversion. So what are the things that actually make people convert? And this is using machine learning instead of having to do it manually. This way marketers can better prioritize campaigns and focus on optimizing those experience for the touch points that increase the conversions the most. So you can actually see which ones are driving conversions, and then you can focus on those to also to continue that trend and that momentum. Then again, this is with the Sitefinity DEC standard or higher plan required. Personalization campaigns. So this allows you to create and run better personalization campaigns because it's more flexible audience segmentation using behavioral and demographic data from within the DEC. And again, like the above, this is available in the Sitefinity DEC standard or higher plan is required to take advantage of this functionality. Multilingual support for digital assets, so we've improved on the ability for editors to upload multilingual versions of images, assets, basically images, videos, documents, files, with full control on how they appear on the localized sites. You really have better control of localizing these assets than you had been prior. I'm just looking quickly at some questions. Next is the multi-page online form. So what this allows you to do, sometimes most marketers probably may not think of this, but usually we're trying to make this forms as short as possible to increase conversion and reduce the dropout rate. But there is sometimes that you do have longer forms. I don't know, it could be a job application, or it could be an association getting member data, and these forms tend to be longer in nature and ask for more information. In order to help move this along, you can quickly split these long and complex forms into smaller steps. So the user experience is better, and also it will help increase conversions and decrease dropouts. Continuing on the marketing theme, so up to 9.x we introduced a new events widget, which you can see the description there. We also improved the content creation experience, so it's more consistent styling and easier formatting when pasting content from a Word document. So sometimes some formatting issues could come over when that was happening, but this actually improves that experience and make it a lot easier for you. Next is personalization analytics and attributions. So this is in the DEC. You can now see exactly which pieces of personalized content contribute to the most to your marketing goals. So it's a little bit like touchpoint discovery in that sense. In terms of the licensing requirements for the personalization, this is again the Sitefinity DEC standard or higher plan is required. Next is the personalization per widget for pages, and this allows you to personalize individual content blocks and images to create an endless number of customized experience on a page or template level. And you can do this much easier and faster than before. And to get this functionality, you would need the Sitefinity Online Marketing, or our Enterprise Edition is required. Next, we're looking at the custom contact fields and segmentation. This again is in the DEC, so it supports custom contact fields for audience segmentation and contact profiling, so you can optimize conversions for the right audience. So just to remind you, we are the blue here, so we're still on what's new in 9.x. But this is some of the new features that are geared more towards IT and developers, and as you can see, this is in blue. So if you're looking around and you pop up your head, you can see by the color who these changes are for. The first is really a new back-end theme, which provides a more cleaner and attractive design and removes unnecessary clutter, and just really makes the overall editing experience much easier. Site synchronization improvements with added support for personalization, so you can easily sync personalized content across all your sites and achieve results faster. This is, in terms of licensing, you can see that you would need Sitefinity Enterprise Edition or Site Sync add-on is required. So continuous delivery improvements. This is a series of improvements to support running Sitefinity sites in a continuous delivery setup, which speeds deployments of new website functionality with less effort from that. We also introduced Web Services API based on OData. This really simplifies content creation and consumption with new API based on OData standards, and a JavaScript SDK makes development easier and faster. Widget design, you can see that was improved for precompiled views of the widgets and widget designers. Next, you can see there are new content-driven mobile apps, which is easier creation of content-driven mobile apps, which is due to simplified integration with the Telerik platform. I'm not sure if everybody is familiar with that, but you can find out more information on our site. But the Telerik platform is a leading cross-platform mobile development solution. And to get this, you do need a Telerik platform. Enterprise plan is required. And then, like a lot of the updates that we do, they're just various improvements and fixes across the board, as I talked about. So you're getting improved performance, you're getting improved scalability, and you're getting improved reliability, particularly if you are on older versions of the software. So switching to upgrading from 8.x, so obviously as you upgrade, you get the benefits of the prior year's upgrade. So if you go from, if you're on 6 and you upgrade to 7 and on 8 and 9, you get all of these improvements. So you don't have to step upgrade. If you were on 7 and you went to 9, you would get all of these in your upgrade. So the first thing in terms of going up to 8x, some of the improvements was around personalization analytics and attribution. And personalization is a big focus of a lot of the improvements that we've done recently. And this is relates to the DEC, which now you can really see the pieces of personalized content which contribute the most to your marketing goals. So again, really allowing you to see which content is actually making people to convert, what they're downloading, what people are doing in terms of if these people did this not many things, they were apt to convert at this percentage, and then you can try and drive those next best actions to drive conversions. In terms of licensing for these, this is a Sitefinity DEC standard, or a higher plan is required to take advantage of that. Personalized individual content blocks and images. So again, we're creating a lot of customized experience on the page and template level, and this is easier and faster than before. So this was, we talked about that in 9, but this was also available in 8, where we did some improvements there as well. This is the Sitefinity Online Marketing Edition, or the Enterprise Edition is required for that. DEC, we added support for custom contact fields for audience segmentation and contact profiling. so you can optimize conversions, again, available in the Sitefinity DEC basic plan, which is included with the online marketing and enterprise editions of the CMS. Next is you can improve engagement with the engagement card widget, increase conversions for target audience by providing personalized recommendation for best next action, such as a white paper download with on-page announcements, banners, or notifications. So again, you can look at really engage people depending upon some of the history of what people have done and the path that they choose to go down. This allows you to do so. Translation management was added, so centralized translation management functionality was added, and for this functionality you will need the Sitefinity Enterprise Edition is required. Continuing on with marketing to 8X, there was conversion tracking and predictive analytics based on specific demographics such as role or your geography. So you can do that to conversion tracking. This is available in the Sitefinity DEC basic plan, which again is included with the online marketing and enterprise editions of the CMS. We also added a number of integrations with Salesforce, Microsoft Dynamics, and Oracle's Eloqua. This allows you to create a 360-degree view of each customer, combining all your data in a single place. So this you can combine all of your customer data from these places into the DEC, where you can see everything instead of just having to go to each individual silo to run reports and then try and piece them together on your own. This is the Sitefinity DEC Enterprise Plan required, or there's also, you can do it through the respective connector add-ons as well, depending upon if you have any of those. The Sitefinity DEC was really functionalities was put in here, which I think we talked about a little bit before, but it's really a powerful digital marketing command center, enabling you to optimize experiences and drive conversions through analytics. Entry-level capabilities are available in the Sitefinity DEC basic plan, again included in the online marketing and enterprise edition of the CMS as well. So marketing attribution functionality, which can tell you which campaigns and assets are working and which are not, so you can look at your results. This is available in Sitefinity DEC Standard or higher. The marketing dashboard, so this is powered by the DEC, which gives you insights into how your customers are interacting with your website and again what makes them convert. And this is really the overall goal of the DEC, really giving you insights into the customer journey, the customer analytics, and how you can drive the next best conversion, next best step, next best action. This is, again, entry-level capabilities in the Sitefinity DEC, included in the online marketing and enterprise editions of the Sitefinity CMS. We also have added content approval workflow per website and language, so it's have separate content approval between different groups responsible for various regions and functions, so you can have people making different changes based upon where they are and what they're trying to do based upon localized goals and strategies and marketing campaigns, etc. So switching over to improvements that will focus on the IT and the developers are more technical ones in nature. Some MVC-based online forms were added, which is ASP.NET MVC technology and built-in HTML5 input types. Performance optimization dashboard, so you can understand how your website is optimized for performance and helps it run faster. Improved cloud support, deployment, and scalability. This is for easier and faster cloud deployment on Microsoft Azure Web Apps and AWS, Amazon Web Service. Next is some improved website upgrade processes, so you can kind of see what has changed with it during an upgrade with the new database changes log and benefit from simplified upgrade progress in load balanced environments. Site sync improvements, which you can schedule multiple synchronizations, configure sync retries and email notifications, and detailed sync history screens, as well as many more things. Continue on for the IT and the developer. We have an ability to track mobile app behavior and personalize mobile app content based on persona or the lead score. And with that, it's available in the DEC basic plan as well as online marketing and enterprise editions of the Sitefinity CMS. We added 21 new MVC-based widgets and support for ASP.NET MVC 5. So that's new functionality there. Improved website performance with page pre-compilation tool. Allows you to skip the application warm-up phase by allowing pages to load from pre-compiled assemblies. Widgets, selectors, and front-end components based on MVC and Angular to assist you with creating more clean and modern experiences much more quickly. And lastly, we had more site sync improvements with support for taxonomies per website. So moving on, upgrading from Sitefinity 6.x. So what did we do in version 7.x for both marketing and IT and developers? You can see from a lead scoring perspective, we allow marketers to score visitors against a common definition of a qualified lead, whatever your definition is that, and then pass them to sales when they are engaged. Persona profiling. This allows a tool set for managing target personas and persona scoring. It allows you to target key visitor types through personalization and get reporting on how different audiences reacted on your website or interacted with your website. And those two that functionality is available in the Sitefinity DEC basic plan as well as the online marketing and enterprise editions for the CMS. The next three is a connector for Sitefinity Digital Experience Cloud, so you can log your website activities automatically and enable predictive analytics, segmentation, and persona profiling. There's also a recycling bin, which sometimes an undo delete can save your day if you've accidentally hit something. Duplicate content, which the Sitefinity CMS maximizes authoring productivity by allowing duplication of dynamic content along with events, news, list items, blog posts, and content blocks. Continuing on, we have improved SEO and timely search rankings for all your content, and this happens automatically. We have custom thumbnails for different templates. We came out in support of HTML5 video support. We have duplicate page templates in forms where you can increase user productivity and easily duplicate page templates and forms for you, making it just easier for you to do things. And then you can do personalization by role. So you can target specific user roles and deliver personalized content to all your users. So if someone's coming on as a more technical user, you can serve them up security white papers and technical information versus someone coming on who maybe is a marketer, where you can serve them up more things about what marketing would be interested in, how you can increase personalization with Sitefinity CMS, or ways to personalize and that sort of thing. In terms of improvements for developers, we have web administrators can now assign permissions per field of content types created with the Sitefinity module builder, so more granular permissions for dynamic content types. Connector for SharePoint Online. A lot of people have SharePoint and utilize that sometimes as a content or a digital asset management repository. So this really allows you to complement SharePoint Online 365 infrastructure by synchronizing your libraries, lists, calendars with a Sitefinity-based internet portal or even a public website. And this is, we actually have a lot of people taking advantage of this connector, given some of the changes that Microsoft has done with their SharePoint and what you can do with it as a CMS. And for this, you do need Sitefinity Enterprise Edition is required to get that connector. Customers deploying on Azure, Microsoft Azure, can now utilize the cloud to store their website search indexes. We have new features including MVC widgets for each dynamic module, partial views, and helpers for displaying related data and media, and Angular-based content selectors and more. Again, back to some performance improvements where the up to 60% faster application startup and restart time. So the application gets going much more quickly to allow you to get to your work more quickly as well. And lastly, Sitefinity Feather, which is MVC widgets and widget designers and UI packages as part of a brand new modern mobile-first UI framework for Sitefinity. Continuing on with the IT and developers, the performance diagnostic module allows you to diagnose performance issues out of the box and custom functionality through a more intuitive reporting interface. The system audit trail now acts like almost like a security camera for all your content management activity and provides full accountability and transparency over user access and activity. So again, that's really kind of a security improvement along with other areas as well. But here you do need, for the system audit trail, the Sitefinity Enterprise Edition is required. The dynamic module builder now supports content hierarchies where one parent type can contain multiple child types. So hierarchical modules with multiple child types. Relate any related content, relate any type to any type, if you will. Manage one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many relationships directly through the user interface of Sitefinity. You can extend pages with custom fields in order to meet a great variety of more complex scenarios, semantic markup, page categorization, mega menus, and integration with third-party systems, as well as many more functionalities. Sitefinity now enables you to add unlimited images, galleries, videos, and documents and directly display them in widgets, so media fields across all content types. So moving up, so this is near the end here, so we're upgrading from Sitefinity 4.x, 5.x, or basically what's new in 6.x. The custom control URL structure, custom control URL structure regardless of page hierarchy for better backend control and access to vanity URLs. And this custom URLs helps improve for SEO, for better SEO. Next is Google Analytics integration improvements. You can see how your website page performs by navigating to its analytics report using the contextual link. The analytics reports are also rebuild using the latest HTML5 technology. Email notifications for submission of online forms and comments. So you can now easily notify users over email about form submissions and comments on the website. So if you have a blog post, you can get an email notification that someone recently commented on your blog, so you're aware of that. You can go out and see what it was and maybe respond to it. This is particularly handy if the post is a little older and you've written some since then. It allows you to know that people are still interacting with it. You can empower website users to comment on the content and manage all comments from a central place. So again, you can manage this all from one place, comments. Content preview for mobile devices. So here you can test how your responsive pages are displayed before they are published and go live. Sitefinity has built-in test emulators for over 20 unique devices, so you could preview how your content will be seen by visitors across really a multitude of devices. So improved inline editing, so marketers can easily make changes to content and images as you browse the website. So again, this allows marketing to go in and make changes more easily without having to call on technical resources for changes. There are improvements to the administration dashboard as well as improved image thumbnail support. And we also improved the experience for your mobile visitors, and they could take advantage of the responsive layout and navigation widgets that are now available out of the box. Event calendars and support for recurring events. So here you can easily create event calendars and enable website users to add events to their calendars. We had some improved breadcrumb and social sharing widgets in 6.x in terms of forum improvements. You can now easily create online communities with discussion boards and forums. So you can more easily interact with community members, whoever they may be, technical or marketing or B2C or whoever that may be. Search support for documents, so website visitors can more easily find content inside documents by indexing the contents of Word, PDF, and text documents. Improve content personalization, so we're allowed to deliver personalized customer experiences across multiple channels. This will help increase conversion rates, and increased conversion rates help drive increased revenue. And then there is shared content support for page templates as well. So for IT and developers in 6.x, you can see that we introduced a number of different connectors at this point. We had a connector for SharePoint again, so to make the most of your SharePoint assets by integrating with Sitefinity that can manage and deliver them to your customers or on any device. This is the Sitefinity Enterprise Edition is required for this functionality. Connector for Marketo, so Marketo is not really a CRM or SFA, it's a marketing automation tool. So deliver a holistic multi-channel customer experience by tracking visitors' website behavior and use lead scoring to trigger workflows in Marketo at every stage of the funnel. To get this, you would need the online marketing or enterprise edition is required. There was a connector for Salesforce. So this allows you to capture leads and personalize their experience based on CRM information by syncing your Sitefinity web form and users with Salesforce context. And this is a two-way sync for the connector for Salesforce. Again, the same as above as the Marketo connector. This is available if you have the Sitefinity Online Marketing or Enterprise Edition is required for this functionality. Multi-site management. So here you can significantly reduce costs by managing multiple websites from one software instance with shared code base, content, templates, etc. And for this functionality, the Sitefinity Enterprise Edition is required. Lastly, you can see that we added some custom attributes within pages as well. These are just a few other ones for IT and developers, so custom taxonomy filters for content widgets, export, import of dynamic content type structures, Sitefinity Thunder, support for authentication, claims authentication, and a more event-driven infrastructure as well. We had multilingual support for dynamic content types in 6.x, site synchronization scheduling, allow you to schedule your synchronization. Again, as in each of these we've shown that we've done a number of performance improvements each time. So this is improved pre-compilation techniques for faster loading times, improved back-end and front-end resources, and optimization of scripts and styles that are served to Sitefinity widgets. And then more granular control of responsive layouts. Responsive rules here, and with this, responsive rules can be controlled on the page or at the template level. So that runs through, I know that's a laundry list of things, we looked at it, trying to do this and organize this in a number of ways. I know that's probably wasn't the most exciting way, but it really it should show you what all the different changes that we have done to Sitefinity, all the way from 6.x all the way up into our current 9.1. So I think if you look at that, in the beginning, obviously in the first slide, I talked about, performance, security, reliability, upgrades, and you could see that, how that was played out, as well as just new functionality. So if you're thinking that everything that you are doing satisfies your needs, well, then maybe there are some things that you haven't even thought about, particularly around the Sitefinity TEC with the analytics and how important big data and analytics is to drive the customer experience and to improve the customer experience. There really is new functionality that can help everyone. And this might be a kind of a logical slide, but I thought it was important. And again, I think it's if you're on older CMS versions or you're looking to upgrade. So a CMS has become extremely important, and I thought this insight from Kathy McKnight, who's an analyst, and I believe she's co-founder as well of a group called the Digital Clarity Group. There's a content, while it is always a key component of a marketer's court, its prominence and power notched up in rank when it became the central component of delivering upon the promise of a great customer experience. The new drive for customer experience has driven content beyond just a nice way to market across a digital channel and into perhaps the only differentiator that remains. This dependency on content in WCM or CMS as the primary system of engagement has propelled the power of CMS WCM as a king, widening the gap between it and its courtesans. So what she's meaning that, and in this article she went on to kind of look at, people try and sometimes use their CRM to be just good enough for a CMS, or or augment older versions of your CMS with some functionality in your SFA or in your CRM or in some other type of platform. But really the power of the WCM, particularly the newer ones like a Sitefinity 9.1, really add significantly new functionality and significant power to help drive this great customer experience. And I think if you're listening to the analysts, like Kathy, as well as the Forresters and 451 groups and Gartner and all the rest, they really have focused in on the importance of a CMS for delivering the great digital experience and for delivering an omni-channel experience that customers can relate to help really drive digital transformation within organizations, as well as improve brand loyalty for people in organizations, and to fight off new competitive digitally born, if you will, competitors that are popping up everywhere. So for support, so you've seen this and you've gone through all of it. What can you do if you want to look at upgrading? Well, obviously, if you were currently working with a Sitefinity partner, you can call them and they can assist you with this process. If you're not currently working with a partner, you can contact us and we can help you through this process as well. And in terms of support documentation, you can go out to just kind of, if you're more technical in nature and you kind of want to look through some of the things that are involved, you can go to this URL, which is on sitefinity.com. So docs.sitefinity.com/upgrade. So with that is the presentation for Sitefinity version by version and why upgrade. It might be, we have a number of different questions. It might be a little difficult to actually get to all of these right now, so we may need to see if I can go through them to make sure that I'm answering them correctly. So I think that might be the better answer in terms of them just kind of going through every one of them as I'm just scanning them for the first time, so I'm not quite seeing them. So what we will do is we will look through these and we'll try and reach out to get you an explanation for this, so that we're making sure we're giving you the correct information. So with that, I see it's 20 of, so we had planned for an hour, but I wasn't didn't think it was going to go that long. So everybody's going to get a little bit more time back in the day. So we thank you for attending this. And again, as I stated up front, we will be sending out a link to this webinar so you can refer back to it, or you can share with colleagues who weren't able to make it today. And we will look through these questions and try and get back to you as soon as we possibly can. So with that, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the week, and for those in the U.S., everybody have a nice and safe July 4th weekend. Take care.